Hi, this is Erin Harrison coming to you from Cloud Expo at the Javits Center in New York City, and I'm joined today by Greg O'Connor, who is the CEO of Appzero. Welcome, Greg.
Hi, Erin. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm excellent.
Thanks for
Cloud
joining
Expo
me.
Show, huh? Lots of people here.
Yeah, it's been a great turnout, and I understand you guys just introduced a new product called Zap Migration. You're going to walk us through that?
Absolutely. So let's start the video over here. And what we're going to do is, we have our application and it's on Amazon. So it's made up of, it's a WordPress application. It's made up of MySQL and PHP. And what we're going to do is transition and go over to the Amazon cloud. We're going to demonstrate the app working. And then we're going to use our Zap Migration tool and extract the application from the Amazon cloud. And we have doing a lot of business with IBM, so we're going to move it over to the IBM cloud. All right?
Okay, great.
So here we are. Here's the WordPress application. We're just going through and showing that the WordPress application works. So many people know what WordPress is. It's a blogging application. So we're going to put some data into the WordPress application. So we're going to say, move to another cloud. All right, so this shows that the application works. We go back, we publish, and you can see move to another cloud, Amazon cloud, working, running on the Amazon cloud. All right, so the next part of the demo is we're going to switch from the Amazon cloud over into the IBM cloud. So you can see here that we're changing from the RDP session into the IBM cloud. What we're showing here is that there's no WordPress application installed. So you try to access it locally, the browser comes back, says, I don't know what you're talking about, there's no WordPress application here. All right, so that demonstrates it's not there. And then here's the Zap Migration tool. So what we've done is we've created an empty container. So basically the container is the thing that's going to start the application. The application container is going to recognize that the app's not local. It's going to connect over to the Amazon machine and basically page the application in piece by piece, file by file, registry key by registry key, and rehost it from the Amazon cloud over into the IBM cloud. So one of the things you'll notice is we're going to tether back, and what we're showing here is that you need a little bit of application knowledge. You need to know that this application contains WordPress, Apache, and MySQL. So Apache and MySQL are the main processes that make up this application. So what we're going to do is tether back, and we need to put in the machine address and username and password to connect to the Amazon machine. So up here, you can see that that's the Amazon EC2 machine name, the username and password. And what we're going to do is connect over the cloud. So the Amazon machine's in Virginia. The IBM one is in Boulder, Colorado. So over the internet, we're going to log into the Amazon machine. And in Windows, the way processes are run are as services. So we're going to get the services that are running on the Amazon cloud that are not running on the IBM cloud. So you can see that comes back, and these are all the services that are running over on the Amazon cloud, not on the IBM cloud. So we need to go through and select the two services that we're going to try and start on the IBM cloud. So that's what we've done here, and you can see that those are the two services. And what we're going to do now is what we call docking the container. So as the application starts, there's environment variables or path names that need to be set up for the application to run. So for example, it's going to access PHP, but locally on the IBM thing, there's no such thing as PHP. So you fix up the path and you start kind of the high-level environment variables, and then what we're going to do is we push the start button up there, and now what the application's doing is trying to start the application. Of course, the problem is the application's not on this machine, right? So as it's trying to run, it intercepts all the files and things that the application's trying to start. It goes over to the Amazon machine and gets them. So here you can see kind of a process explorer. Here we started the base environment, so it's set up that environment and path. And what we're going to do is switch over to, within Windows, the way these things get surfaced is what's called a service control manager. So we're going to switch over, this is the service control manager. We hit the refresh button, and now you can see that Apache's been registered. So pieces have been moved over and are starting to be rehosted on this machine. So what we're going to do is just start the service control Apache process here. This would happen automatically, but for the demo to make it run faster, we push the start button, right? So you can see kind of the status bar, and in the next 15 seconds, Apache will start, we'll scroll down, we'll see MySQL started, and that means all the server processes that make up this application have really been moved from one cloud to another cloud. All right, so if we look back over here, and we're now 4 minutes and 50 seconds into the demo, and in 10 seconds, you'll see that this has started. So right here, under the status, that's going to come back, and you can see now that Apache has started. So if you were to look deeper into the processes, you'd see that Apache started all the pieces, all the registry environment variables have been set up there. We scroll down, we see MySQL is also started. So those, as we said, were the two things that make up the app, so now they're started. So what we'll do is we'll go back to the browser here, and we'll refresh the browser and try and start WordPress. As we saw literally 3 minutes ago, it was not there, it didn't work, and now in the next 4 seconds, the application's going to come up, and it's going to have our move to another cloud text in it. So the application will then have moved over the internet from one cloud, the Amazon cloud, into the IBM cloud. So there we go. Here's the move to another cloud, and ta-da, you've now moved your app from one machine to another, from one cloud to another. So we see a lot of people in the market, who, let's say for example, their developers pick Amazon, but the business wants the applications to run internally. So once they're up and running, it's like, how do you move them, right? Or often, with many of our customers, Rackspace or IBM or HP, they go out and sell cloud servers, but then the customers are like, well, how do I get my apps on top of them? So usually it's an error-prone, reinstall, long process that takes a couple days, as opposed to here, we move the app in 4 minutes. So this is an automated way to move any application, in particular in Windows, which is really hard to do, from one machine to another, from data center to cloud, or cloud to cloud, automatically.
Who's your primary customer, and what's the response been so far at Cloud Expo?
So Cloud Expo has been a great show for us. We primarily sell to cloud providers or people in the SI field who have a practice to do this. So they're doing data center modernization, they're helping customers set up a cloud, and then the question is, how do I get my apps on top of the cloud, right? So the cloud's great, that's Cloud Expo, but until the workloads and applications are on top of them, it's not really serving a purpose. So for the business really to take advantage of the cloud and all the economic benefits and all the agility, we help them get onto any cloud faster than anybody else.
Looking ahead, what's next for Appzero?
What's next for Appzero? So the product just came out in April. We got a lot of customers that are going live, and next year we'll be, I think, probably a gold sponsor here.
Thank you, Greg.